The following program is rated GE. It is suitable for general family viewing.
Hi, so today Beyond the Limits takes us to Thika Primary School for the visually impaired. Our business today is to just look at how digital literacy is being used or incorporated in their studies to make sure that life is easy for their students. Join me. And voila, we're right inside the computer lab. What I see here is quite impressive, by the way. Perhaps something that I would not have imagined, plays out at such a space. But yes, we are yet to understand just how the world of technology then is helping to transform the lives of persons with visual impairment. And Valerie Olesia is our instructor. I mean, she's basically going to be walking us through this, so as well we stand instructed, and she'll be telling us what plays out in this, computer lab. She is an instructor, who walks the students along this journey of just learning computer literacy. Valerie, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting us here.
Welcome.
All right. So beautiful, I see, and I'm like, oh, all right. So then it can get to this level. Could you briefly tell us what plays out inside here?
All right, yeah. So we are here courtesy of an organization by the name Enable. Enable Africa is an organization, non-profit, that is based in Kenya and the United States. It has a mission to empower youths with disability through computer, thus envisioning a world where persons with visual impairment and those who are blind are able to access equal opportunities in the education sector, as well as just play an equal role just like any other person can play a role in the society. Yeah, that's why Enable is here, to make sure that pupils from tender ages are able to access adapted computer skills and be able to transition through education swiftly as they move to other levels such as the tertiary institutions. Yes.
And so we all are in a different world, and perhaps unless we walked into this space, we might not get to understand, yeah? And I personally expected to see brailles in here and all that, but literally they are computers.
Sure.
Just how do you get into this space, as persons with visual impairment?
Yeah, myself, I can confirm that I also have visual impairment, and I've walked through this journey, and it's very, very amazing. So Enable is in schools for the visually impaired, and that is here at Thika School for the Blind. We have another school in St. Lucy's Meru, St. Oda Siaya, and Likoni School for the Blind. So we are in those schools ensuring that pupils are able to transition very well in education. And I can confirm to you that we are having very, very good results when compared to the time when these computers were not there. Enable was founded in 2009, and to this time we are very grateful that pupils are doing very well. And so you're not seeing here braille because we are envisioning a world that is going to transform from analog to digital literacy, right? So we are avoiding the braille because it's too bulky. So what if a pupil comes in the lab, it gets a soft copy of what they could get from the braille books, and then they access it through the computer? It is very, very interesting. So you will ask me, yes, how do these pupils do this because they don't see? We use a software by the name non-visual desktop access that is a screen reader, right? So it reads what is exactly on the screen, and also on the keyboard, it mentions everything on the keyboard and on the screen. So we use non-visual desktop access as our screen reader to ensure that a person with disability or with visual impairment is able to access everything that any other person can access on the computer.
Well, take us slow, because then I'm assuming, all right, well, perhaps is this a software? Is this a special program? Is this something that is incorporated in all computers? And I'll tell you this, I am speaking here and I'm having my phone. there are times I come to realize that there are very many things that are incorporated in my phone that I rarely use, that I barely get a chance to know that they actually even exist. So is this a component that is installed or is right inside any computer, such that if a student comes out of this space and they get to a different environment and they get a chance to have access to a computer, they can still make use of this?
Yeah, it is very, very correct that they can, even if they go to a cyber, they can still use the computer. Just if they ask the cyber person to download what is called NVDA, it is just a software that is downloaded on nv.access. That is the platform, and it is free of charge. So you just download and install on your computer, and someone with visual impairment is able to use that computer comfortably, just like you can.
How did you get to love this as your line? Because you seem to have quite, some flesh about it.
Yeah, so when I was growing up, I was born when I was seeing at Form 3, that is around 2012, I got a brain tumor that was pressing my optical nerves, so I could not perceive light to the eyes, and that is how I lost completely. I lost light in my right eye, and right now I only have very minimal perception of light in my left eye. And so in that transition, I was unable to continue reading print, so I was unable to continue the education in a normal school. So I had to transition to learn Braille, which was so painful to me, and it even sent me into depressions at one point. But I thank God that I overcame and accepted the situation, and right now I can smile about it. And so that is where now joining a special school after learning computer, just fast forwarding, I learned about Enable. It was in the school and it was offering computer skills, and I was very much interested because, having a visual impairment and without computer skills, you are doomed. And so, yeah, I was very much concerned about the program, and having that interest to know computer at that moment sent me into having an internship opportunity after Form 4 with Enable. That is in 2017. So Enable took me as an intern for some period of time. Then I left, I joined campus. After campus, guess what? Enable also took me as a computer instructor. And here I am, yes, instructing pupils, and it's what I love, impacting and seeing, transforming lives, making sure that persons like me are able to transition through education just like I did. They are not getting depressed. So I talk to them, even do mentorship to them, because they are walking the journey I've walked. Yes.
All right, so a student marches here, perhaps for the very first time. What are some of the basics that they should expect? Maybe this is their first time, encountering, to a session with computers, and therefore it is quite a strange space for them. What is it like, and what are some of the substantial things that they come out of this space with? All
right. So as I told you, we train learners from very tender ages. You can imagine a learner in PP2 or PP1. Right. So when they walk in here, we start with orientation. You should know what this is. What is this we call computer lab? What is this you call computer? So this learner, they sometimes tell us, this is a TV, And so we explain to them every detail of what is entailed in here. We tell them this is a computer lab, and this is what we call computer. It has different parts, So we use the headphone here. As you can notice, most of our computers have headphones to minimize the noise. I told you we use a screen reader, right? Yeah. So to minimize the noise of each and every computer, so we need to use a headphone. But the headphone is not part of the computers. You can just use yours without a headphone unless you're listening to music. Yeah, so we take this learner slowly through the keyboard. And I can tell you, we don't use the mouse. As much as you can see here, mouse.
Is it so?
Yeah, we don't.
Oh, it's more of the,
no. We only use actually we exclusively use the keyboard. Okay. Yeah, we don't use the mouse. So we make sure that our pupils know everything that is they master everything that is on the keyboard. So we incorporate a program called Help Mode. Help Mode is just a bit of the software that you make sure that when you put it on, the learner is able to learn the keyboard. So when they press any key on the keyboard, the key speaks out. When they press A, it speaks out A. So they make sure they go through each and every. There are 105 keys on that keyboard. So the learner is able to go through all of them. They master. By the time they are reaching around grade 2, we have very smart pupils in computer.
So, and by the time they're perhaps stepping out of this space of education, what are some of the basic things that they should have learned, that would be helpful for them to go outside? Because, well, most of them will tell you perhaps they will even get to spaces where they really do not get to use computers as they work. But what are some of these basic things that they should come out of this lab having known?
Having known, it's basically Microsoft Office Word, the Microsoft Office Excel, Microsoft PowerPoint, and perhaps a bit of Access, but of which they don't use so much. And then what they should also know is browsing, Yeah, so using the internet generally is what we make sure they know when they go out there. Even if you're not using the computer at work, at least you can be able to know 1, 2, 3 about browsing. So you can be able to browse anything that you want on your own. Yes. And for those who are going to tertiary institutions, I make sure that they know everything about PowerPoint, because you'll need to present at one point, you'll need to type a document at one point, so Microsoft Office Word should be at your fingertips. So you need to present your work to the lecturer, and that is what I was doing when I was in campus. Yeah, so everything Microsoft, they need to know it. Yes, so we make sure that our learners are very much equipped with those skills. Even at high school level, we make sure we take our learners through coding skills. Coding is programming, basically. So they're able to program some websites, some apps.
Yeah, and coding is pretty much needed
intense.
Today, intense and all that.
Yeah.
So allow us to take a quick short break, Valerie, and then we come back and understand some more as to the complexities of, just getting to walk the students through this journey, or perhaps the easy aspect of it that we might not be able to see on this other side. And also, right there, we'll also speak to one of the students who's benefiting out of this program, just to get to understand what their experience is like.
Yes, I'll sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. Sing it with this in glory gathered by the crystal seed.
Say hi to the people who are watching you today.
Hi,
Your name,
my name is Pradina Kendi.
your class.
I am in grade 5.
Wow, beautiful. And you sing so well.
Thank you.
All right, so here we are. Well, we're not going to talk about Bradina's singing, you know that, but basically, her experience, in the journey of gaining computer literacy. And I am told she's amongst the best students in the school as to just getting to understand the knowledge of, computer and technology. So your experience, Bradina?
Oh, it's not so hard to know.
Wow.
But when you put interest in it, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, just walk us through this, basically, this is yours, this is your mini laptop? Or it's given to different people?
Okay, there are many laptops and every person has her or his laptop.
So when did you begin taking these studies, like right from childhood?
We started using this when I was in grade 4.
All right, and you're catching up well, you're liking it?
Yes, I'm liking it.
All right. Welcome back to the broadcast. This is Beyond the Limits, and we are here at the School of the Blind, and just getting to see the experience of these young kids and just how much they are preparing themselves to face the world out there, because, well, you do not expect for them to be here for the rest of their lives, but just how ready will they be even as they step out? How easy will it be for them to join into society and, just like the experience out of what it is that they have learned? Valerie, an instructor right here at one of the computer labs, and just walking us through the journey of, them getting to gain computer literacy. Valerie, we come to the aspect of coding that you're talking about, the complexity of this all. And I'm imagining that this entire process, coding, including computer literacy, comes with its fair share of challenges.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so coding is intense, but we just do basics here. So we use 3 programming languages: HTML, that is hypertext markup language, CSS, cascading style sheet, and then we use JavaScript. So we introduce our learners to these programming languages a little bit by bit as we progress, but at internship level is where we go deep into coding. So when some of them transition from the education sector to the organization for internship, we make sure it is very intense for them, that we even go up creating our own applications. For instance, in the Inclusive African Conference last year, we were able to come up with a web-based application by the name Mawazo. So you can find it at mawazoafrica.org. That is a web-based application that we made sure that it was brought up by blind and low vision coders. That is what we call them at Enable. So the application is about mental health, so ensuring that persons with disability are able to fit even in the mental health space, so they get accurate, timely and adequate information on mental health. So that is an application that we coded. So coding skills are what we embrace here, because they make us even access what we cannot access out there, come up with what has never been discovered out there. So like mental health, who has thought about an accessible platform for mental health? And the platform is very anonymous for our users, so no one is identified that this is so and so, you know, doing this and this on the platform. So we make sure that what we do with coding is very, very great for our people.
Okay. All right. So what are some of the notable challenges to this? And you speak of a program that began in 2009. Yes. Equally, is it a progressive program in terms of, you know, coming up of new aspects of technology, and just how do you get to adjust to this? Do you undergo training so that then again you bring these new things to the students, or what? All
right. So challenges are there, we accept, and having born, the organization having born in 2009 to come to this place, it is progressive, I can say. So we have undergone so many challenges as we come up, you know, having to identify which school to partner with, how will the school take us, but we thank God that it has been very, very much impactful. And so to this moment, as I told you, we are in 6 schools for the visually impaired. That is St. Lucy's, Meru, High School and Primary. Thika, we are in High School and Primary for the visually impaired. Ligoni, St. Oda, that is in Siaya. And there is a digital library that you people should visit. It is very beautiful. Yeah. Yes, it is a very, very beautiful space in the community at Kairi, and it is doing very well. So Enable, can say, has witnessed very many success stories.
Right, well, beautiful. I want us to speak to the principal briefly and perhaps just get her view in relation to the growth of this space and how helpful it has been to the students. Thank you so much for speaking to us. We also want to speak to one of your students.
All right, all right.
One for us,
yeah, we bring one. Yeah, you just see the live picture of it.
All right.
Yeah, I'll bring one for you just now.
Okay. Yes, and now I talk to little Isa Kosebi. Mambo?
What?
Kofite?
Yes.
Kuku grade?
6.
Walk us through your experience, you know, learning computer. Ulianza kufanya computer studies kama uko?
I was in grade 2.
Grade 2. Oh, so you're really much conversant with the computer?
Yes.
The laptop more or the computer itself?
The laptop first.
The laptop more?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and it's time that we speak to the head of the school. About 5 minutes, and you know, she will walk us through the experience of coming in of digital technology knowledge. And Mwalimu, since inception, jambo first of all.
Jambo, si jambo.
Salimia hata watu kidogo kwanza.
Niko salama, Penina Mutuko. the current head teacher, Thika School for the Visually Impaired.
All right. How long have you been here, Mwalimu?
I've been here for over 10 years.
Wow.
I'm proud to be serving these children.
Beautiful. And so I was talking to Mwalimu earlier on, and she was telling me about, her coming here, as well as the beginning of the school. You said 1952.
Yes, the school started in 1946,
1946.
but as a rehabilitation center. But now in 1952, it's when the school started now.
All right. Yes. We could be walking around as you also tell us this story. So, and then from then up to 2009 is where then technology is embraced in the school.
Yes.
What would you say about the coming in of technology?
I thank God because when the installation was being done, I was among them.
Yes.
I was among the first beneficiaries.
Okay.
It was like, wow, how will it be? It has never happened.
Culture shock.
Yes, it was like a shock to us, and we were saying, this one is just like a drama.
Okay.
We were waiting to see.
Right.
But do you know, it was magic.
Wow.
It happened. We are so much impressed. Our children are so happy. They are inclusive now in the society. They feel part and parcel of the society.
When you speak about the society, that's very, very important, because we also need to know just how then does this, impact in their livelihoods, even as they go out there to the society. What would you say? Do you have success stories of students who've probably gone through this and they come and tell you, "Mimi niko na email na imenisaidia mwalimu"?
I have success stories because even the instructors themselves, the ones who are here, they are just they were my students. They passed through the system.
Okay.
In fact, they were the first beneficiaries. So they have come back to give the society and proof that it is workable.
Yes.
Yeah, it is workable. We have even lawyers
out there.
I can quote some students passed through my hands and they were beneficiaries of this. They are even the ones now they are the pioneers.
Wow.
They are the ambassadors now. They come here, they encourage the little ones about it.
Incredible. So I mean, the program itself, how is the school running it? Or are there individuals or are there institutions, other institutions that are coming through to help you, with this incorporation of digital literacy?
Now, I first thank Nebo through Madam Irene.
Yeah.
She had the dream. And when she had the dream, she did not keep it.
Beautiful.
So she implemented the dream. And I thank God because she did not keep quiet and incubate it herself. She even went broadcasting, she created awareness, she went knocking doors to the Ministry of Education, she went knocking doors to well-wishers, even in and outside the country. And we are having so many people who are even interested. They come, even universities come to benchmark with us. So we are getting Access Kenya comes in, they want to give us the internet and all that. So at least through her, it is through her. So at least we are having, even the instructors, it is not the school who pays.
Oh.
Yes, we don't pay anything.
Okay, so it is the enable.
It is enable. The computers themselves, you see there, the structures in the rooms, as we just gave the rooms. Then the structures and the equipment and everything, it is enable.
So would you say this is part of the curriculum? And I know with CBC now, I mean, digital literacy is a must.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, it is part of it and it is really assisting us. Because you find that Braille books, we learn through Braille. Braille books are very rare to be got. We cannot just walk in the bookshop and buy.
Yes.
So they have to be adapted and brought to us. It's very expensive.
Okay.
So for the learners to have the books, it will take ages. So when they are installed in their computers, they can access them.
Also, they pretty much assist in the learning process for the students.
Very much, in fact, very much, especially the supplementary books. You find the regular people are getting supplementary books, they have reference books, they can compare notes with other books, as we are just stuck to one curriculum. But now with the digital literacy, we are good to go.
Well, Madam Penina, thank you so much for welcoming us into your home for 10 years.
My pleasure.
Your home here.
My pleasure.
It's good, and we're looking forward to come again and again. Just get to hear, the numerous special and nice stories of hope. Beyond the Limit is largely about speaking the aspect of hope, even when it looks like there's so much despair. And indeed, what it is that we see here is a confirmation that, there's more to life,
We have
really.
God.
And like they always say, say
Yeah.
that disability is not
It
inability.
is not inability.
Isn't this
It is
evident? And I mean, the
inability.
beautiful and the numerous students that you see Madam Penina here interacting with. We have to close at this very point. It's unfortunate. You know, the stories are always so much, you know, we'd want to talk until the cows come back home. But at this very point, I have to say asante sana once again to the institution for allowing us to again come here and feature this beautiful story. And of course, our main focus today was on the digital literacy. We certainly hope to come again and tell more of this beautiful story of Thika School for the Blind in Thika. Thika is in Kiambu County.
Thika is in
Kiambu County.
And the only school in the county, the only school in the region.
Yes, and the first one.
And the mother
Eastern-
of all.
the mother
In
of them
East
all.
and Central Africa.
All right, it's a beautiful way to close it. We are also very proud of you. Very many hands have, you know, very many people have come through your hand, and indeed, it's a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for keeping it, you know, beyond the limit. My name is Linda Lela. It's always good moving around different places, bringing you these stories of hope. It's a wrap.